What's up, everybody? Welcome to Jayrod Podcast. First episode tonight, so don't get on us if it's a little bit rusty. We're just starting out here. So here we go. We got the beautiful Miss LC, my fiance, the beauty queen in the house right now.
Oh, thank you. I know I'm so pretty today. I actually did makeup in quarantine.
Rocking it.
Thank you.
All right. So anyway, that's not going to be the official theme song, just so you guys know. So if you guys hate it, most likely it's not very good for us either. Like, she was already commenting on it. So what'd you say it sounded like?
It sounds like Friends.
And she hates Friends.
I
too.
hate Friends. I really do.
I'm not really a fan, but I don't like hate on people that like whatever, you know, just like, there's a couple funny episodes like the Ross episode was hilarious with the leather pants. That was pretty funny.
You don't hate on people who like certain things? What about Doctor Who?
There's certain things. I don't hate on them. It's just like, I'm not a fan of the show, but it is what it is. You know, it's just like, but no, just so you know, since you hate Friends right now, you're going to have the whole like Friends fan base. Like, you're already going to have haters. Like, the first episode on here,
hate me.
And you're already going to, no matter what you do. I mean, that's, if you're doing things right, you know, you're always going to have haters no matter what you do.
Yeah.
Just be true to yourself. That's the main thing. If you're doing, like, it was said, like, if you're 50-50, like, behind every good person, you know, it's like, if you're doing things right, if it's 50-50, you got 50 haters and 50 people that love you, you're doing things right. If you're 100% like haters, that means you're an asshole. I'm sorry to say, you know, so it's a balance. But if, you know, and if you have 100% of just everybody loves you, which is like nearly impossible, but then you're just pretty much a kiss ass.
Yeah.
You know, so you got to have a good mutual thing. But the main thing is be true to yourself, you know. Yeah. But yeah, so we were talking about this. So what do you hate about Friends? Like, we're going to go into this now. I guess today we're going to talk about TV shows most likely, because that's what she usually likes, you know. Yeah. She watches a lot of TV shows.
A lot of TV.
For sure.
Lots. No, I just never got into the show. Never could. Seen one episode and just thought it was the stupidest thing in the world. But then again, I also hate Napoleon Dynamite, so I think
that's a great movie. I don't care what anybody says. I like Napoleon. I like the humor to that.
If it doesn't catch me or my humor, it's just out the window. And I have that humor. If you hurt yourself, I'm going to freaking laugh at you.
So you're like more like Big Daddy, you know, like that. Like, so you're like the kid in that, like when he falls down, like, there's a stick there, somebody should move it, and he falls over, and the kid's like laughing hysterically, or gets hit by a cab or something like that. So that's her humor. So
yeah, you fall down the stairs, I'm gonna laugh at you.
Which Napoleon Dynamite had some of that in there. Napoleon gets hit in the face by Uncle Rico throwing a football. You know, that's pretty funny. Or not even a football. I think it was like, wasn't it like a steak or something he threw at him? I throw a football over this mountain.
But he didn't act anything. He just stood there like, okay.
I don't know. I thought Napoleon, I will vouch for that. I thought it was funny. But yeah, with Friends, I never really got into it. I know a lot of people were all about that. But it's a certain type of show. Like, we were talking about this, like, off air. There's a certain type of show that you kind of have a style. Some people have like styles of shows. So if you didn't like Friends, like, I'm not a Friends fan. There's a couple funny episodes, but I never got into it. I probably have seen a couple episodes. That's it. Mm-hmm. Joey was the funniest off it. I didn't really like the rest. I mean, him and Jennifer Aniston. She's beautiful, by the way, Jennifer. But yeah,
didn't like Seinfeld 30.
Yeah, but that's what I was going to say. There's a style. No, we were already talking about she's cheating now, because we were literally talking about this. But no, basically what it is, I said, well, I know the style of shows just based off that one show right there, shows you wouldn't like. So if you're going to go along with the Friends, like, most like the people that were fans of Friends would like something similar to like Seinfeld or something like that, you know. And she's like, I don't like Seinfeld either. So I was like, there you go. Her thing back, like, if we're going like more 90s, early 2000-ish, it was more like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I mean, I liked the movie version, Kristen Swanson, you know. I didn't get into the show as much, but we definitely came together with the movie. Like, when she had that, I was like, oh yeah, I used to watch this as a kid. I love Buffy the Vampire Slayer, like the movie. Yeah. But the show I couldn't get into as much, but she watched that. But that's more her style. So just going based off Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the show, I would say, you would be like a fan of Charmed and Angel and stuff like that. Like also, I wasn't fans of, but those are the same kind of similar. And how that carries into the new age, I would say you'd be more fans of like Supernatural and stuff like that because it's along the same lines. It's pretty similar. That's your style.
But see, here's the thing. I'm also, I like the old stuff, like they're redid Charmed. I've watched a few episodes. They have some good storylines to it, but it's not the original Charmed. So that's kind of
if you're doing remakes, I'm not a big fan of remakes. I like more originality. Fan. Hollywood seems to be losing a lot. I mean, sorry to say, Hollywood, you got to step up your game because like the old school,
90210, great show back in the 90s. No. Loved it. They redid it and it sucked.
Yeah. Well, it's just, but we all have, different opinions and everything. Like opinions are like assholes, man. Everybody has them. So, it's like we all have like what we like. I grew up on horror films, mostly. So when she grew up on Disney and stuff, I can't relate as much because like my dad was an old school type of cat. So he's like, if you're watching TV, you watch what the hell I'm watching, boy, type thing. So I grew up on the good stuff, like luckily, I mean, I got to grow up on like all the horror movies, action movies, like Delta Force and like all the Stallones and Arnold and Chuck Norris and like all that stuff, Rambos and Predator and like for action films, Rambo and then
you said
Rambo did I say Rambo twice? I really like Rambo.
And we haven't even started drinking.
Yeah, right? We haven't even started. Oh yeah, by the way, so we got a bar right behind us, so we will drink on occasion. So yeah, it's the up and up about having your own bar,
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, what's your choice? Pick your poison. What are we drinking today? She's tequila.
I'm a tequila fan.
She's usually tequila. Go to all the time.
You can have whatever you want.
So, sorry, guys. I apologize ahead of time if I have too many and I get naked on set. I'm sorry. First episode, that wouldn't be good. I'm already banned from YouTube. No, I'm not going to do that.
I'll make sure you don't.
Right. No to, though.
At least on camera.
I'm a party. I don't drink quite as much as I used to. Yeah, right. I don't drink as much as I used to. That's for sure.
No, you're very good about that. Do you want me to hold your lid?
I used to party quite a bit. Actually, yeah, if you want to go ahead and
hold your lid.
So I just want to really pour around I'll pour over here.
Okay. Right around the back. Okay. So what you pouring?
Tequila. All right, so we got the 1800 today. We're going to almost out, by the way. And this is not a endorsement or anything, but just saying, it
is one of our favorites.
1800.
I mean, during the quarantine, I don't know how many bottles.
If you want to sponsor, we spend a lot of money on booze. But if you want to sponsor us, 1800, here you go, right here. So if you want to send us some bottles, we'll be happy to promote for you. We're already doing it right now. So
we've only had the original so far. We haven't tried any of the other flavors. And once we finish this off, we're gonna have to flip to my cups up there, babe.
Here, I'll swing it around.
Swinging around.
All right, so anyway, while you're pouring your drink, tell a funny bad joke.
Tell a funny bad joke.
Start it off.
I only know bad jokes. How about knock knock?
Who's there?
Annie.
Anywho.
Anybody home?
What do you guys think?
Told you no bad joke.
All right, now tell a good joke.
I got another knock knock.
All right, go for it.
Knock knock.
Knock. Who's there? I was going to say knock knock.
Cows go.
Cows go. Where? Or how do you say that?
I say knock knock, and you
who's
say
there?
Who's there?
Yeah.
I say cows go.
Oh, cows go. Who? That one threw me off there a little bit. All right, go ahead.
No, silly. Cows go moo.
Okay. Are you guys going to give her that one?
I should get it because I.
Oh, look, you're getting some laughs. And anyway, just letting you guys know, man, we got a whole live audience. First show, episode 1, right?
I need more.
Jayrod podcast. No, just teasing.
Bottle.
Right. Okay. Well, so we popping one of these open.
We're gonna have to.
Hey, it's celebration. Hey, you know what? First episode.
Did you want
new podcast?
We
just put up. Yeah, I put it back up here for now.
I got the.
Just so it doesn't break.
It's not gonna break. See.
I know you. She's kind of a little clumsy.
Really, you
right,
about broke the light there. Thank you.
Yep. All right. So while we're getting our drink on, I hope you guys are getting your drink on too at home. If we're not, saying that if you don't drink, hey, props to you, But if you guys are unwinded and having a drink, here, cheers to you.
To each their own.
Right? To each their own. Strong believers of that. But yeah, so anyway, guys, thank you guys for tuning in, and anybody that's subscribed, liked, and subscribed. We're going to be doing a lot more episodes and stuff, and we got different types of shows. Not all of them are going to be podcasts either. So stay tuned for that. We're going to have a lot of different topics. Today's just going to be kind of random.
Different guests.
Yep, different guests later. But yeah, Elsie will be she's our guest for tonight, and she's also going to be like a regular co-host and stuff like that when she can hop on.
Mm-hmm. When I'm not busy at work. And I would like my Baby Yoda cup.
Oh yeah, I just got her that today. Just finally came in the mail. It was delayed a little bit, but yeah, everything Baby Yoda. Do you want to?
Baby Yoda.
I was going to say you could have showed him your Yodas too.
I'd have to go over to my desk,
which
is just through this lovely curtain.
We'll wait. We'll wait for the Baby Yoda. So you got the cup today.
I got the cup.
We'll drag it out a little bit.
And a nice Traverse, which is 8 hours hot liquids and 24 hours cold.
You Star Wars Mandalorian fans and Baby Yoda fans, the child fans,
you will have to in October 20th or 30th. I can't remember.
The newest season.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, there you go. You got that right there. Mm-hmm. But yeah. So anyway, yeah. When it comes to TV shows, like movies, and especially older movies, that's my field. But yeah, with hers, she's more new age, mainstream type stuff, but TV shows and all that stuff. I gotta get him in on The Witcher.
He sends me a picture with the white kind of wig of The Witcher, and I'm like, hey, we need to watch this. And he goes, we watch too many other shows. Like, we're never gonna get time. I crash coursed that in 3 days, binged it. Yeah.
But no, she did get me in like Game of Thrones, stuff like that. I liked that one.
Game of Thrones.
I did like that
Game of Thrones. There's boobs too. That's all you have to tell him.
I couldn't get into like Lord of the Rings. I couldn't, but there's more to that. She thinks like every movie it's good with boobs. There's plenty of movies that had boobs in it. They were awful movies. That's nothing to do with it whatsoever.
But they were awful movies, and you still gave it a thumbs up.
No, it props to you if it's that bad. But
it has decent boobs.
But you'll still never go back and watch some of those movies and be like, that movie was terrible. You know, there's a lot of those movies that are like that. But then there's some that are so ridiculous, like what was the Evil Bong that we were watching? Just hysterical. Like those are just so out there and funny. And then like Space Babes from Outer Space. What was that one? We watch a lot of like.
You watch Space Babes from Outer Space.
It's just so ridiculous and off the wall.
Not once, not twice.
It was funny.
I think there was 5 times.
It's just so random. Yeah, that's one I had.
Boobs were so good. You said that it was worth rewatching.
No, but that wasn't the main reason. It's just so retarded. At the same time, it's just funny that. I had to send to my friends everything. I was like, dude, you got to watch this. This movie is just ridiculous. It's off the walls.
Every girl can sit here and agree. If you want your man's attention doing anything, all you have to do is say boobs and flash him, and he's, all right, what do you need, babe?
Boobs are what make the fucking rock and roll world go around. I mean, Freddie Mercury, the great, he said it himself, fat bottom girls. But I mean, nothing wrong with that. I like some badonkadonk too. But
I know you do. I got a nice one. But all I have to do is flash my boobs, and you're like, hi, what did you need? Oh, yeah, I'm putting down the phone now. Boobs.
Okay.
Boobs.
All right, but we're not going to go the whole topic about that. But yeah, it's like every guy,
every girl.
We all want our eye candy, okay? But no, basically, but it's not what makes a show good or not. But I did like that Game of Thrones was more for adults. I liked that aspect of it instead of like, because I didn't grow up on that stuff. Like even when I was a kid, I was watching adult movies and stuff like that. But that's the thing is like, I couldn't get into like Lord of the Rings, try to get me to watch it. I was like, oh, this is awful. I can't stand it. Sorry to you Lord of the Rings fans. I can't get into Harry Potter at all. I call it Harry Twatter. But yeah, not a fan. Not a fan.
He refuses to watch what is it? Twilight.
Oh yeah, I watch real vampire movies like The Lost Boys. My favorite movie ever. Trust me, we'll be going to the Lost Boy podcast episodes and stuff like that for sure. Matt Kiefer Sutherland too, really cool guy. One of my favorite actors. Like him and Johnny Depp are some of my 2 favorite actors. But like Christian Bale, there's a lot of course, the greats, Jack Nicholson, Al Pacino, a lot of great actors. Late great, rest in peace, Robin Williams. A lot of great actors out there. But no, it's just to each their own. Everybody has their own taste, but it's nothing against anybody. It's just I could not get into those movies. I just thought they were too fairy tale-ish.
You didn't cheers me.
Oh, cheers. Yeah, first episode. Here we go. Cheers.
Like, you didn't
Baby Yoda.
Cheers me.
Jack Daniels, Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda hadn't been cheersed yet. Sorry.
But anyway.
Off topic.
Yep. So anday, now you can see her tequila's already kicking in.
No, I
apologize ahead of the time, guys, because this is where it gets a little crazy with Elsie over here.
And I just got off work, so my brain is kaput. So sorry, guys.
Right. Well, I just hope we got people tuning in and it's not like crickets out there, you know? But either way.
That made me sad.
Right. No, I think it'll be good. But yeah, we're gonna have a wide variety of topics and stuff like that. So it's not gonna be the same.
Most likely, you and me will be talking movies and TV shows.
TV shows and some other stuff. We got some different ideas for you guys. Every show's not gonna be the same. This is just the strictly the podcast side of it. There's gonna be some other stuff too. I still have
to finish my It book. I still have 500 pages.
Yeah, she's a big reader too. She reads a lot. So I got her the It book.
I got 500 more pages. I just have to pull it out of my luggage from when I went to Colorado in February. I took it with me and I haven't pulled it out yet.
But back to the shows before we forget about it. But we were talking about that. Like there's certain shows too. Like I never got like huge into it, but I know like a lot of my friends were in like that 70s show. It was all right, but there's like that 70s. I couldn't really get into it too much. I just seen a couple episodes, but I'm not a fan really. Ashton Kutcher, no offense, but just, there's certain actors, you know, it's like I'm a fan of, or some, it's just like, I don't know. I used to have kind of curly hair, so people used to compare, like, they're like, oh, you kind of had that Hyde thing going, whatever character off that. When my hair was like curlier with glasses and stuff. What?
Carrot Top.
No, that was a stupid, that was just
compared to Carrot Top, didn't you?
That was just stupid people that did that. Yeah. So all you stupid people used to say that when my hair was just like crazy frizzy and I couldn't get it taken care of at that time. But then there's a time like I got into bands and stuff like that, and I started getting more like Jonathan Davis and Johnny Depp and stuff like that. So to those people out there, they're like Carrot Tops. That's for you. But yeah, so I hated that shit. But yeah, but anyway, yeah. So basically, what was it? But no, it's that 70s show. It's kind of more like the stoners. Like if I'm going stoner route, I'd rather watch like the movies, like Friday, like like Friday, Half Baked, the good old classic Cheech and Chong movies, stuff like that. But I couldn't get in the shows as much, even though Chong was, I think, on that 70s show. He had a character on there, I believe. But
I didn't know that.
But no, I like that 70s show, but more of like style wise, people that watch that 70s show would probably most likely be more fans of like Third Rock from the Sun and stuff like that, you know,
probably,
and some stuff. But no, we were talking about like the old like TGIF, you know, how they used to have the thing, and we were debating on those like the three shows, like the ones I remember. Like, I do remember on the Friday nights. I remember we rented like Bride of Chucky, but I remember that was on TV, so we were watching that as kids, and it was like Step by Step was a good show because I remember Cody was in the guy that played Cody was in Bride of Chucky too. As well, not Bride of Chucky 2, but yeah, Bride of Chucky as well. And I was like, oh, that's Cody from Step by Step. But yeah, the Step by Step is Boy Meets World, which is decent too.
What's the third one?
And I think it was like Family Matters, or it could have been something else. I think it was.
What's the Steve Urkel?
That's Family Matters.
Family Matters.
It was Family Matters. That's what I thought it was. So all of them were good shows.
Steve Urkel was the best.
Yeah, and then what was Did I do that? But yeah, the shout out to Steve. But no, there's certain stuff that we grew up on and stuff like that. But my favorite TV show of all time, and I was obsessed with as a kid, still to this day.
Bel Air too.
Yeah.
Now you've got me stuck thinking about.
Yeah, but mine, Tales from the Crypt. Like bottom line, that's my all-time favorite because I was like always intrigued by the dark side of life, you know, since I was a kid. So anything like that, I was.
What's your favorite cartoon?
Cartoon. Well, I'll have to go Beavis and Butthead for that.
See, and this is going to show how different we are. Mine was SpongeBob.
Yep.
I love SpongeBob. Different. I can still sing the fun song to this day. Yep. Yeah, we're not going to do that on air.
But yeah, so anyway, there's some like, I mean, everybody has their similarities and differences and stuff like that. But
who's your favorite
certain
Looney Tune character?
Are we really going into this? I'm not huge on like Looney Tunes, but I couldn't even tell. I guess is Taz like a member of the Looney Tunes? I guess Taz. I guess I don't know. I never got really into that like as much. Like there was some stuff like, I mean, I could watch like not around my dad straight up, but he's like, yeah, grown up cartoons, boy. So it's just I can't really relate. And there's some like Beavis and Butthead I like, you know, some South Park, you know, type stuff, but you know, I wasn't even that huge on cartoons and stuff like that. I was very picky. Like Family Guy was good. You know, we used to watch like The Simpsons here and there, but I don't know. I was just more like realist, like even like at a young age and stuff like that. And most kids are reading like fiction stories and stuff like that. I was reading like nonfiction and stuff like that. So I don't know. I've always just been like question everything. So I'm more like when it comes to like the unknown. Like I'm all about it. Paranormal, the occult.
And I can remember the first time I actually saw a Family Guy episode wasn't until I was probably in high school and working at Wyandotte Lake.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm old because it's no longer Wyandotte Lake. And we had a party for
those that you don't know what Wyandotte Lake is, too. It's a water park, just so you know. She acts like everybody knows
it was a Six Flags water park. Okay. So we had the badges with the old geezer that danced and everything. Oh yeah, but like we went. I had a employee party we went to, and they were playing Family Guy, and I was like, "What is this?" I was 15 at the time and never had even seen or heard of Family Guy until that point.
Wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, Family Guy wasn't bad, but this is also coming from the same girl that thought her first ever horror movie, scene, which is like the first horror movie I got to watch was The Mummy. I was like, The Mummy is not a horror film. I was like, it is 11. Like action adventure. It's like along the lines of like Indiana Jones.
I was 11. It was PG-13.
What was your favorite Indiana Jones?
What's the one with the
You're probably thinking Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Is that the one with the golden thingy that they have to dig for?
You're talking about the newest?
No, not the newest. I don't like Crystal Skull.
No, that's the worst one.
It's the second movie.
I like Temple of Doom. That was my favorite. The whole
Temple of Doom was good.
It was the darkest, so I liked that.
But maybe it was the Raiders of the Lost Ark.
We're probably thinking most people do say Raiders of the Lost Ark, the first film. But
I know it's not the first film. It's the one where they go to eat.
Was it with Sean Connery? I can't remember. I'd have to rewatch them again.
No, now I'm going to have to look it up on my phone.
Sean Connery.
Now you're going to make me look it up on your phone.
Was that the best Sean Connery impression you've ever heard?
It's the best Sean Connery.
James Bond.
Why is my...
Shaken, not stirred.
My phone wouldn't unlock. It wasn't catching my finger. Okay, guys.
But anyway, there's some stuff we definitely bonded on. But like... when we first started dating, like going through her movie collection, like we saw like Buffy the Vampire. She had Lost Boys, like every month's props there. And then what else? Interview with the Vampire. I loved it. Like one of my all-time favorite films. I love Anne Rice, the Chronicles, Lestat, like all that stuff.
It wasn't the
Queen of the Damned
Ark, it was The Last Crusade.
Oh, Last Crusade. Yeah, there was the third. That was the one with Sean Connery.
Yes. But that's The Last Crusade.
Yeah.
I like that one with the whole thing about the oh my goodness. Holy Grail.
Yeah, Holy Grail. Yeah.
Had to think what it was called.
Well, there we go into another thing. There's another big one she's into is Monty Python, the Holy Grail.
And the Holy Grail and the Holy Hand Grenade that killed.
The rabbit scene was pretty funny, but yeah. It's
and the knights that say nee.
Yep. But yeah, it's just, there's some stuff we relate on and some stuff that's what makes, us different and stuff. But
I introduced you to some things.
Yeah, that's what's good. Yeah, shocking. Like, it's like the Game of Thrones, I was really shocked that I enjoyed that so much. I was like, wow, this is, because I'm not on that level. Like, no offense to like
American Horror
the nerdy cats out there.
I was already on season 3 with The Coven, and I was watching it on my phone, and you happened to look over.
Oh, yeah. Now we watch, whenever we watch it live now. Yeah, American Horror Story.
I watched it, and
I came in on Freak Show when they were doing Freak Show. We watched that.
We started watching.
Then I went back and like Murder House was great. So American Horror fan.
I was watching Coven. Yeah. You sat there and I was already halfway through, and I'm like, you're gonna have to go backwards and catch up because I'm not stopping. All
right, so for those American Horror fans, Horror Story fans, like excellent show.
It should be.
Not everyone was good. Like I couldn't. Like the worst one was Roanoke. I could not get into Roanoke at all. No. I like the newest one that they went kind of like slasher on it, but like Murder House was one of the best. The ones that really stand in my mind. Hotel, because I've always been obsessed with like Eagles, Hotel California, and just being like, like the way I've always perceived it is like it's like a portal to hell type thing. Like
Roanoke could have been so much better if they actually gone more into the myth of Roanoke.
Yeah, itself. I couldn't get into that. I think that was the worst one that they've done.
The
Freak Show wasn't the greatest.
The whole myth about
I just couldn't stand. No offense to Jessica Lange, but good God. It's like one of those things, like she was just singing all the time. It's like, please stop singing. Just please stop.
But Twisty was awesome.
Twisty was, and then I don't want to spoil alert for anybody, but yeah, they had a good character with that. But yeah, just watch it if you haven't seen it. We're not trying to put out any spoiler alerts, but so tune out for this part if you don't like American Horror Story, but no, or you haven't seen them. But no, I thought for the most part most of them are pretty good. Asylum, but Murder House was definitely Murder House Hotel, the newest one.
What starts in a couple weeks?
What?
American Horror Story news.
Oh, the new one I already knew was kind of around the corner. I didn't know exact date. But no, right now we're watching Lucifer. So any Lucifer fans out there, the newest season, though, the last season, but I mean that show got re-picked up, because Netflix picked them because they were they canceled, and then Netflix picked them up. That last season was phenomenal. Now we're on season 5, and it's a little strange, like so far, because every season's been good up to this point, but at the very beginning, it's just kind of like the writers are it's like they're kind of lost what to write about. So it's a little strange at the beginning, but I think it's starting to come back around. Like the last one was kind of cool, like showing. I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but check it out. It's still worth checking out. But Lucifer, that's one of our main shows. But the ones, I got to get better at my shows. She's always like, oh, watch The Witcher and watch this show. And she watches like 1,000 at a time. I can't do that. Like I was trying to catch up with Kiefer Sutherland being my favorite actor. I was late on catching 24 because I love all his films so much. I'm more of a movie guy than I am TV. TV is just, I'm too ADD minded to... I can watch a movie over and over again. If I really love a movie, I can watch it 1,000,000,001 times. But when it comes to TV shows, it's like I will only watch that unless it's like a show that doesn't have to go, from start to finish. It adds up. Like some shows you can watch randomly, but if it's a show like that leads up to every single, I will not watch. I know some friends that will watch that over and over again. Diz that will be on this show. Shout out to Diz, one of my old school cats. I'm known forever. But yeah, he is a huge diehard fan of Sons of Anarchy, and we watched that. That's one we watched all the way. Phenomenal show based off Hamlet. Great show. But I watched it one time through, and that was it. But I mean, it was great how it was. But he's seen that show like over 7 times. He's like, I just finished it again for like the 7th time. I'm gonna rewatch it all the way through again. It's like, jeez, what?
I mean,
there's so much other stuff, but it's a great show. I'm not taking anything away from it. Sons of Anarchy is excellent show. We can definitely vouch for that. I mean, very well done, like 9 or 10. I'd say 10 out of 10. I think it was phenomenally done.
I'm watching like 4 shows at once on Netflix. I'm serious. I have Supernatural, Warrior Nun, which is a new one. I finished The Adventures of Sabrina. I'm catching up on Riverdale.
I was going to say, somebody asked if you're a fan of Sabrina. I was like, oh, I'm sure she was.
The Adventures of Sabrina is phenomenal. Yeah. Like, it's so dark and everything, and that's why I'm watching.
But she's got a different level of dark. Like, that's another thing about, like, Harry Potter. Like, I couldn't, like the nerdy version of magic. Like, if I'm going to relate on that, like 90s The Craft, like Farissa Balk, Nev Campbell,
let me put it this way.
Robin Tooney, Skeet Ulrich, great movie.
The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. There is Lucifer. There's Lilith. You actually go to hell and see hell. Oh yeah.
But they probably made it look cheesy.
No. It's very dark and...
Well, we'll have to see, because, I mean, your visions of dark is a little different from mine. I like the darkest of the dark nature, but...
Hold up. We're going to pull up a trailer for you.
But anyway, well, we're not going to show it on screen. You can show me, off air here. But, okay. But yeah, so basically... Eventually, we will be doing some of that stuff too, guys. But we're just starting out here, so we're going to get some more, visuals and stuff like that, and we'll be able to pull up stuff on screen and stuff like that too. Eventually, down the road. But we're just getting started out here, so just bear with us. We're going to get stuff like over time, and make the studio even better for you guys. And but yeah, so anyway, yeah, Lucifer, that's always been one of our go-to shows. We're definitely going to finish that. But I remember watching, like, when I was trying to catch up, because I was late, they're like, oh my God, you're a huge Kiefer Sutherland fan, but you haven't seen 24? I was late on that because I like all his movies so much. And then everybody made this big hype out of him. They're like, oh, he's such a great actor. Like, I was like, I've known that since, like, back in the day. Lost Boys, Flatliners. What else? The Vanishing, another one of my favorites.
What's that? New Mexico one.
Truth or Consequence, he directed. Yes. Yeah, Truth or Consequence in New Mexico. Eye for an Eye. Just the fact that him and his dad both, like Kiefer Sutherland and Donald Sutherland, they can play those characters so well. They can play like
together.
An awesome hero, or they can play like the most brutal, vicious snake. It's like, which is great. That's great acting.
Was that Forsaken?
Forsaken, great Western. If you guys like the Western, that was the first movie. Like he was really, like, the funny thing is Kiefer, that was the most nervous he's been for a movie. He was saying, because he was honest with Donald, his dad. He came up one day, like, on set, and Demi Moore, helped make that movie happen. He's like, yeah, I've always wanted to act in a movie with my dad, and they finally made it happen. The Forsaken is a phenomenal movie, and they were great. They're on screen on-screen chemistry together was awesome. And then, but no, before shooting, he asked him, he walked up in the dressing room and he goes, Dad is like, something's been bothering me. And it's like, I've been losing sleep at night and everything. And he's like, what's that, son? And he goes, he's like, I was thinking about it. He's like, I've never acted in front of you before. So, I was like, what if he thinks I suck? And he's like, funny you mentioned that, because I was actually thinking the same thing, what you were going to think of and after they got through that, they were outstanding together on screen, but great movie. Definitely recommend that. Forsaken's a great one, but there's a lot of good ones, I
found The Red Door. Now that's a whole
very
different
different character for Kiefer.
But it was so good.
Yeah. Anything he does, I mean, like, he's a phenomenal actor. That's why he's one of my favorites. Really cool guy. Met him in real life. Like, super awesome guy. So we went and saw his band play live, and he had the time of day. Like, great guy. So basically, the story with that, I showed him the tat. I was like, dude, huge Lost Boys. That's my favorite movie ever. I was born 1987, year of the Lost Boys, and he's like, he was drinking a little bit like during the show, so he had to kind of like double take it a little bit. He goes, that's badass. He punched it, and he goes, God bless you, brother. But that was so cool. Got a picture with him and everything, and super.
Picture was the funniest.
Yeah, because I couldn't stop talking. I was so shocked. I was like mid sentence. I couldn't even smile or nothing. I was like, trying to talk.
Definitely I am meeting my idol moment.
Well, he's one of my favorite actors of all time, for sure. Yep. But yeah, it was super cool. His band was phenomenal too. Check out the Kiefer Sutherland band, excellent. If you like country, like southern rock type style, like it's definitely there. Like he has like that low raspy voice too, kind of like Johnny Cash style. Like, not enough whiskey in the world tonight. But it's great. It's really, because I like that Johnny Cash type stuff. That's the kind of like we're different on some music taste too. Like when it comes to country, she likes that pop country, and I'm more like, I had an uncle that's a country singer and stuff like that. I put him up with Garth Brooks, but that's some of the good. Like Johnny Cash would be my favorite when it comes to it, old school. I like Garth Brooks and like Tim McGraw and some like new age. I'd say like Jason Aldean. There's some stuff I like, but not as much. Like Jason Aldean, some Kenny Chesney a little bit, but
I have a more wide variety of music I like, because I go from anywhere from classical. All the way.
Well, I do too. I actually like
hard rock.
Well, she makes me sound like I'm not very versatile too, but being a musician, I like classical music because that goes into like Bach rock and all that stuff. So like Mozart and all that stuff, like classical music definitely goes in. Metal, rock, and being a DJ, I have to be versatile. It's like
like new age music.
No, I'm not saying I don't. There's good and bad to all of it. She's speaking for me, but there's good and bad to all of it. Like new age,
Justin Bieber.
I don't like that kind of stuff. If it's not good to my ears, I don't like it. But there's some like new wave type style that we definitely really like. Imagine Dragons and AWOL Nation and stuff like that. Like a lot of people don't like. The metalheads would like frown on me. They're like, how do you like that crap? But I like it. Whatever sounds good to my ear. Like Muse is a great band. I like the innovators in music. I like somebody doing something different, not trying to be like a lot of my friends. You're like, I like death metal too. I like black metal, I like death metal. I like all kinds. I mean, I was the metal singer for the longest time. I was known for my scream, but I branched away from it because it got too redundant. I wanted to get more of my range out there. And that's why I like people like Corey Taylor. They have multiple different bands. He had two there for a while, Slipknot and Stone Sour, but he gets to put out more of what he wants to do, where he's not just doing one type of genre or anything like.
I've actually been trying to listen to K-pop, Korean pop. I don't know why, but that's now where I've transitioned to. I'm telling you, I go all over the board.
Well, nothing wrong with that. It's being versatile and stuff, but there's some stuff that she'll listen to. I'm just like, oh my God, what is she listening to? But I'm sure, some of my stuff, like death metal is not for everybody,
I can't. I've gone to the concerts with you, but
some of those sound too, that's what I'm saying. Like, I like the innovators of music. That's what I'm saying. That's like, some of my friends, that's all they listen to is this one style. It's like death metal or nothing, but no, that's the thing. It's like some of it, and I'm not making fun because I do like some good death metal, as long as it's good, but some of it just gets to be too redundant, and it's all starts to sound the same after a while. I like the ones that have a unique sound. Like Sabbath would not have done that if you created that genre. If Tony Iommi might have not have cut off his fingers, because they were a blues cover band called Earth back in the day, and then they switched the name to Black Sabbath after going and seeing the Black Sabbath 70s horror film, and and Ozzy gets out of there and goes, I can't understand why people go pay good money to get the shit scared out of them. It's like, maybe we should do that with music. So they're some of the first to really do that, because if they were another blues band, who knows what would have happened. But because of him losing his Iommi losing his fingertips in a welding accident, and then them going to see that horror film, let's call our band Black Sabbath, and let's get dark with it. Everybody else is doing, and then him detuning his guitar because of his fingertips and putting those prosthetic, leather tips on. It gave it that heavy sound. So like blues inspired metal. So that's how that sound. And Black Sabbath, they're the kings of all. It's like,
and the
love Black Sabbath.
I don't like the hardcore death metal is because if you're sitting there doing that noise that you just did, because I can't do it, guys, sorry. Yeah, if I can't understand a single word out of it, it just sounds like noise to me.
But it is definitely an acquired taste, like not everybody can do it, but
if I can't understand what you're saying, I don't enjoy it. Same with rap. If I cannot understand the words and it just sounds like you're saying watermelon over again.
Now that's another thing. Yeah, it's like, okay, so when it comes to rap, now we're gonna talk. So I like '90s or the old school.
Tupac.
The old school. Like my favorite. Yeah, Tupac is the greatest of all time rapper in my opinion. Will always be. But that '90s Tupac, Biggie, I like them both. But even old school, Run DMC, Grandmaster Flash, all the old stuff. That was music. Ice-T and all that stuff, was good. But yeah, it's just like DMX and some stuff like that. That's the stuff that I liked. But I gotta agree with what DMX said in one of his interviews. He's like, it's hard to be sucker free in a world full of lollipops. But yeah, it's like, I just love DMX he always kept it real, But this now, I like the new age. There's very few artists I like nowadays because a lot of it is it's kind of that mumble rap, and I just can't get into as much. Like the ones I would like for the new age, I like as long as it's unique. Like Post Malone's good. I like some Waka's stuff. Kid Cudi's my boy out of Cleveland, man. Like he's got some good sounds, but like Mojo So Dope, like Man on the Moon, Volume 1 and 2 are great albums. But I'm versatile with it, man. You got to be versatile and keep up with everything. But it's got to be good to me. Like I just can't get into the mumble rap as much and just like certain bands and artists. It's got to be good to the ears, and that's really all. At the end of the day, it's an opinion and what sounds good to your ears. That's what makes everything unique and versatile and stuff like that. But
I agree.
But yeah, so everybody likes what they like, but it's always also good like being. Because I wouldn't want to date myself either, but it's nice to have have some differences where you can introduce each other.
Creepy.
Yep, to introduce each other to different things and stuff. But yeah. So anyway, so there's some things that we definitely come together on. Some things we're like complete opposites on.
And some things that we drive each other crazy on.
Yeah, because we are. That's the opposite. That's the downfall of being opposites. It's like. Sometimes we don't relate and we kind of butt heads sometimes, but it's it's being human.
It's what makes the relationship fun.
But anyway, yeah. So any other TV shows? So you're watching all those shows right now? What you're talking about before? Wow. See, I couldn't do it because what I was talking about before, like 24. I was trying to watch that and another show with Kiefer that was also Schumacher. Rest in peace. Just passed away lately. Great, phenomenal director. Did The Lost Boys. Did Flatliners. I don't care what you guys said. Did Batman Forever. I thought that was great. People gave him crap for Batman and Robin because he put nipples on the bat suits, and stuff like that. But whatever, I thought Mr. Freeze as Arnold, great choice. I didn't like Clooney, not as much. Michael Keaton was like the best. I mean, that was the Batman of our generation. I love Michael Keaton and Christian Bale. Those are the two. But Kilmer did not do a bad job at all in Forever.
No, he didn't.
And Chris O'Donnell, perfect Robin. Perfect choice for that. But yeah, there's a lot of good actors in it. Uma Thurman is Poison Ivy and
she is a beautiful Poison Ivy. Beautiful.
Alicia Silverstone, Batgirl, and I love the Riddler too. Like Joker and Riddler are my two favorite villains, and Jim Carrey. I mean, could you cast a better Riddler? I mean,
Two-Face could have been better. I think
Tommy Lee Jones did a great job with that. I actually like that Tommy. I like that Two-Face better than the newest one for the. But Christian Bale was a phenomenal actor. Yeah,
Two-Face is
Heath Ledger was a great Joker, and so was Jack
movie
Nicholson.
Prior to Two-Face being introduced, Harvey Dent was this completely different actor. Different
because it wasn't the same director anymore.
And then they changed it.
Yeah, if Tim Burton was still going, because that's why Keaton didn't want to do the third film either, because he was only going to do it with Tim Burton. So since Schumacher took it in, he had his own vision. Because actually, what Tim Burton had for the Riddler was actually going to be Robin Williams, which would have. But I think Tommy Lee Jones was a great. I mean, I think Jim Carrey was great. You know, I think Tommy Lee Jones was a great Two-Face too. So I think I like Schumacher's vision. But he did the show Touch. You know, which is an okay show. I was watching it. You know, Kiefer Sutherland was in it too. But I was getting confused because I was watching 24 and that show. Like, it's super weird when you're watching, you know, two shows with the same actor. Then you're getting so confused. Like, wait a minute, I just saw this on 24 and stuff.
This is why we had to stop watching The Walking Dead because it's too long. We're kind of waiting for it to finish and end.
Yeah, but yeah. So anyway, yeah, so that's why I'm very ADD with shows. I want to watch. I have to track my mind. That's one. Like if I get in a bunch of shows, I'm never gonna finish one show.
Yeah.
But if I'm finally doing it where I'm gonna take the time. Like she's like, oh, you know, you got to watch The Witcher, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna finish Lucifer. I gotta get that done first, you know, because I won't finish it.
This is why
like,
I won't make him watch Supernatural because there's 15 episodes, and I will never see the end of it.
Yeah, so I don't get too crazy into shows too. She's more TV shows. I'm more movies, like all day. Like if I love a movie, I'm all about it.
Binge watch Game of Thrones
to catch up so we could watch the last season. Yeah,
you not. He binge watched episode 1.
Even it being a good show, that was still a lot to get through. Yeah.
In a month.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
I could not believe he did that in a month.
I wanted to catch up and I wanted to watch the last season live with her, but I definitely got into it. It took a couple episodes, but then I was definitely into it. But yeah, so it's a good show for sure.
I don't think you ever finished True Blood though, did you? The last
that
season,
one it kind of fell off, but I did like True Blood from the beginning. I watched that probably before you started watching it. But yeah,
the last season wasn't even worth.
Yeah, because I think I'm the one that got you in that show, but I didn't follow through with that one as much. I like vampires and stuff like that, but I didn't want it to get like too Twilight-ish, so I'm not into that kind of stuff. I like, you know, Lost Boys and Interview the Vampire, Queen of the Damned, you know, the old school Bela Lugosi, Christopher Lee, you know, all those old school. I grew up on all that stuff, like the black and white films, you know, Lon Chaney Jr. and Bela Lugosi and Vincent Price and, you know, Boris Karloff and all the good stuff too. Nosferatu, even silent films, you know, stuff too. So I love that. Creature of the Black Lagoon, The Mummy, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Like that's kind of stuff that is like that takes me back to my childhood because that's the stuff I grew up on when she was, you know, watching Bambi and whatever.
Bambi's mother.
Yep. Little Mermaid and stuff like that.
Hey,
so
I like the Little Mermaid. Ariel's my favorite.
All right, so we're going. So yeah, we've been going for about 40 minutes. We were going to try to do the hour, but we got our Friday show we watch every Friday. We got Real Time with Bill Maher coming on.
Your Friday show.
She likes new rules on it.
I watch a movie or some other show on my phone.
Well, I think it's a cool, chill Friday show that I watch. Just, you know, stay informed what's going on in the crazy world today. It's crazy out there, so you know, gotta stay informed. But. Yeah, it's like, but you know, I'm not one-sided either. Like when I come to it, like I'm political. I'm not gonna even go to politics, but I'm independent. I don't take either side. So
he really doesn't.
Yeah. So Bill Maher is one of the few that I respect that he's still a free thinker, like George Carlin. I like these old school.
If you're
I'm more like a libertarian, but like
Democrat
or too far right. Either one, it's like no go.
If you're too far on it and you start, he's gonna just pretty much tune you out and walk away. Yeah, because I think either part of the spectrum you go too far one way. We got to meet in the middle, and that's what's not happening. You know, in this world. Happened ever.
But that's what I think.
We're not talking politics.
Yeah, but no, basically it's just discuss issues and policies over which side you're on. I think the party system is bullcrap to begin with.
Or if you're like me, who works at a job.
Okay, we're not going into.
It's a call center. We don't talk politics or religion. So how's the weather where you're at?
Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, we're not going to go into politics. This is not a political show. Nope. But basically, yeah, we're going to tune out here because I'm going to watch some Real Time with Bill Maher. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. And Bill, I mean, if you want to check out the show too, it'd be great, man. Have you on as guest sometime. Or if you have me on Real Time, that'd be cool too. So eventually, once we get out there, I don't think we're quite big enough yet, but yeah, anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Anything else you want to close it out with?
No, just thanks for tuning in, checking us out.
Hopefully you like us.
Yep. So we'll have a lot more different like topics and stuff like that, and then we'll have like different shows too. They won't all be strictly podcasts and stuff too. So
there'll be talks about video games and stuff. I just don't do video.
It could be anything: movies, TV shows, paranormal. It's going to be a lot of different stuff. So just stay tuned with us, and we'll keep it rolling, and we'll be taking callers and fans and stuff like that eventually too soon. But yeah, just stay tuned, and we'll keep you posted with everything. But yeah, we appreciate you tuning in, and just like and subscribe and support us. And we love you guys. And yeah, we'll be back soon. So Jayrod Podcast, first episode, done, out the way.
Woohoo!
Cheers. Happy Friday, guys.
Back to drinking.
Back to drinking. Get your drink on if you do drink. And have fun this weekend. Have a great weekend, and stay safe. Party on, guys. Cheers.